Welcome back to the show. It is before the game. Please make him welcome. He is the man of the moment, playing for the team at the moment. They are Collingwood, and he is Dane Swan, everybody. The roof's off the joint, Luma.
Oh, I tell you what, they're loving it. You guys are brilliant last night. Premiership pretty much in the bag. Have you taken the lid off?
Yeah, it'd be nice if they give it to us now, mate, so we don't have to play next week. But I think the supporters' lids are off, mate. But clearly, players, we're trying to keep a lid on it as much as possible.
You seem so nonchalant, all you dudes.
Dudes.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, thanks for that.
It's part of the secret recipe, then, come. Dane, we're going to have a look at some of your work from last night as a team. This is, I guess, what we're calling the swarm. You know, these magpies just circling, and by the end it was like you were picking at a carcass. You were just absolutely relentless. This hassling, the assaulting, I mean, all fair, but you're just forcing these turnovers. Is this something that has only come together this year, or have you been practising for years? Just tell us about this method.
Yeah, I think we've been practising it probably since the start of last pre-season, but I think why it's come to fruition now is probably the mature age bodies of the boys now, like guys like Pendles and Tomo, and then you got Beamsy and Steele, Calf, Dawsey, all those young guys who have sort of played those 50 games now, so that they can hold that intensity for 4 quarters, where last year we could hold on for say 2 quarters, 3 quarters, then we drop off, but now we've been able to hold it for 4 quarters.
But you seriously look like you've got twice the amount of players out there, and you've done it so many times this year. You're not cheating, are you?
If we were, I certainly wouldn't be telling you.
Keep the cheating stories to yourself. It was the biggest game of the year last night, and that pressure was incredible. We saw it just there. But it wasn't just the players feeling the pressure. The commentators as well. Bruce McAvaney, ultimate professional, Bruce McAvaney. Do not worry about that. But even the preliminary final pressure got to him when he forgot someone's name. Whose name? Let's find out.
It's Collingwood up against Geelong. Tom Harley captained the team last year and again in 07, and he's with his old coach, Bomber Thompson.
Thank you, Bruce McAvaney. Yes.
Did you feel sorry for Bomber Thompson at all last night? Because the game was over. How early did you think that you guys had it?
I probably thought, the first 10 or 15 minutes of the game, just the pressure we were applying, if we kept that up, there was no way they would get past us. And that's what my thoughts were.
And that's what happened. And Bomber Thompson, he was bereft of ideas. At half-time, you're losing by 10 goals. He was getting desperate at half-time.
What's going through your mind right now?
I just want to go in and just smack him around a bit, but obviously can't do that.
He wanted to take their pants down and give him a paddle,
Yeah.
You're physically able to play this sort of footy. I imagine it takes a huge, intensive effort to be able to play that brand of footy. How much has the cumulative effect of Arizona going there year in, year out for you for the last couple of years had an impact on you, do you think?
Well, I'm not sure because...
You're not a scientist?
Yeah, furthest thing from it. But obviously our fitness staff are, a lot more smarter and stuff like that than us, so they think it's the best thing for us, so we just follow their advice. And they do say you can get, say, 4 or 5 weeks of work of training in those 2 weeks, so while they think it's the best thing for us, we'll keep going.
You're the most interchanged player in the game, which is an interesting stat in itself. Last night, Dane, 33 touches, 25 kicks, 8 handballs. It's been some journey, hasn't it? Because last year you were runner-up in the MVP. You won it this year, taking over from Gary Ablett, who had a claim on it for 3 years. 3 years ago, you weren't even invited to the Brownlow, and now you are the favourite. It's been a... And you've also said that you might have been sacked.
Yeah, no, I had a good start to my career, mate. It was awesome. But, it's, I don't know, just something I worked at, and it's just sort of fallen into place for me. And I decided I wanted to be an AFL footballer and stuck at it. And I think gradually I've improved every single year I've played. So, hopefully I can get even better next year.
Rightly, you're under the microscope as everyone tries to work out how to shut you down. And there was a big article in The Age this week where some of the heavyweights of the AFL weighed in with their thoughts. Blighty, you can defuse him, not beat him. Diesel, you can't stop him once he gets control of the ball. Pagan, make everyone accountable. And this one, Chopper Reed, shoot him in the knees, chuck the gun down the drain and get one of your mates to take the rap, which is... probably the most sensible advice I've heard on the subject.
He's a Collingwood supporter, Chopper, though, isn't he?
Oh, I hope he doesn't take that advice.
Sam mentioned you're the most interchange player in the game. Does it annoy you the number of times amount of time you spend coming on and off the ground? We'll have a look at a couple of interchange breaches last night. Almost impossible to believe that senior players Dale Thomas and then Corey Enright ran through the wrong side of the gate there, which is hard to believe. First, I'll ask you about this first. Is the penalty too great for those breaches?
Well, if they come off as much as me, they probably know exactly where to run.
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with it. But yeah, it's pretty stiff. Especially, I think Tom would give away a free kick, and then for some reason you got one, you end up kicking a goal and goal square. So it can be definitely game changing if it had been close, and it could turn a game just on a silly decision like that, like a couple of yards. But they're the rules, and we have to play by them. So
does it get confusing down there?
No, not really.
No.
Not for me. If it's one bloke runs off, you run on. If he's over the white line.
Hang on. One off, one on.
It's almost like driving a car. If you drive on the right side of the road, you don't get killed. You know what I mean? I mean the left side. Hang on, whatever.
It's actually nothing like that at all, really. No.
What kind of shape is Luke Ball in today? You would have spoken to him. We saw him look like his leg had sort of become paralysed, actually.
I think he just needed to go to the toilet.
He didn't play much of a part in the second half. Now, we're being told that it is only cramp. Mick Malthouse says it's only cramp. Luke Ball says it's cramp.
Yeah, no, I seriously spoke to him this morning, and he said he thinks it's just cramp. So,
Hey, there's a theme developing here.
That's the cramp. So you are 100% sure he'll play?
I'm 100% sure he thinks it's just cramp.
He's going beautifully. He's going beautifully on the ground. He's going beautifully tonight.